therapist Kristen Jacobson.
What if your burnout isn't just about work? What if it's actually about trauma? I talk to a lot of high-achieving clients who are kind of confused. They're smart, they're driven, and they're used to pushing through. But lately, they just can't. They feel drained, apathetic, disconnected, and like nothing they do is good enough. And they think it's burnout, and they're right, but here's what they don't realize. Burnout isn't always just about the job. Sometimes it's about what you've been through before the job even started. So in this video, I'm breaking down the real connection between trauma and burnout, because when you understand this, then everything starts to make a little more sense. So let's clear something up. Burnout isn't just being tired or exhausted. It's not fixed with a nap or a weekend off. The World Health Organization calls it an occupational phenomenon, which is really just a fancy way of saying it's stress that's gotten out of control. And it typically shows up in three ways. One is that you feel exhausted all the time. Like no matter how much sleep you get, you're just down for the count. You start to hate your work or feel really cynical or negative about it. And you're just not performing like you used to. But if you have trauma in your past, burnout kind of hits differently, and here's why. Trauma, especially the kind you pick up in childhood, trains your nervous system to always be on. So you grow up feeling like you have to be perfect, be useful, be alert, just to stay safe or to get attention. And that's a survival pattern. And that same survival pattern follows you into adulthood. So you become the one who always says yes, the one who never drops the ball, the one who's so reliable that it's actually backfiring and hurting you. And this is what I see in clients all the time. People who look like they have it together, but are really just falling apart inside. Their perfectionism isn't really ambition, it's protection. Their anxiety isn't so random, it's really a response. And their burnout, it's years of being stuck in overdrive. So here's what it looks like when burnout and trauma kind of intersect. One is that you're constantly scanning for what might go wrong, right? All of those what ifs or worst case scenarios. You might feel numb or disconnected from your work. You tend to crash on weekends, but still don't feel recharged when you go back to work on Monday. You feel like asking for help is a sign of failure or incompetence, and you don't trust rest. It actually makes you anxious to have downtime or any sort of relaxation or rest time that doesn't feel productive. And this is not laziness. This is not weakness. This is just your body saying, I can't keep doing this. This is not sustainable. So what now? Here's what I recommend, not just as a therapist, but as someone who's been there too, many times. I think I've experienced burnout probably about 3 times throughout the course of my professional life. Number 1 is to learn your triggers. So start noticing when you go into over-functioning mode. Really having this awareness is everything. It's a great starting point. 2 is that you want to learn how to regulate your nervous system. So small things can help, like deep breathing, grounding exercises, even pushing your hands against the wall and the feet into the floor, almost as though you're trying to push the wall away from you. That can just really ground your body and help your nervous system. So these things sound really basic, but once you start practicing them and get the hang of them, they actually kind of start to work like magic. They sort of have this cumulative effect. And number 3, stop trying to be perfect. This one's hard, I know, but perfectionism is exhausting. So try good enough for once, seriously. Number 4 is to talk to someone. So if this stuff resonates, you don't need to figure it out alone. We all have habits that are pretty ingrained. We all have blind spots, things that we just don't recognize about ourselves. So working with a therapist can really help rewire how your brain responds to stress. And then number 5 is to set real boundaries, not performative ones. So this is a big difference. We want to set real boundaries. Say no, take the break. Don't answer that email at 9 p.m. A lot of us might say, oh yeah, I don't want to answer emails after 6 p.m. And then we find ourselves on our phone, after dinner when we're supposed to be having personal time, downtime, or time with our family. So we need to not just say we have boundaries, we actually need to implement them. So burnout isn't just about your current situation. It's very much tied to your history. And if you've been stuck in survival mode for years, then of course you're exhausted. The good news is that you can learn to stop living that way. So if this hit home, please like this video, subscribe, and drop a comment if you want me to go deeper on any of this. I would love to hear your thoughts. And please share it with somebody else who you think might be encountering this. So I want to remind you to take care of yourself and maybe finally just let yourself rest. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next week.